Shut up, fair warning, not too subtle. I lay dormant, but ooh, brother, got holy water like 2 puddles. And landslide, the vampires are vandalized with cans of Krylon, damage and design. Sanitize the enterprise, the plan is amplified.
That's right, guys, we are pulling the dash out of my Mustang, well, basically as we speak. Myself and Andrew got started on this thing yesterday, and we were essentially going to take the entire dash out of the car so that we could just get it out of the way, clean everything up, and pull this HVAC system out. But as we got into it a little deeper, we started pretty much getting everything ready to take the complete dash out, and we realized we just didn't want to go that route. As you guys know, the wiring harness and all that stuff back there is just a nightmare. So we opted out of that. So as you can see, the dash is pretty much completely out of the car minus the wiring harness. So what we're gonna do is get ready to take the HVAC system out. So this entire box here is gonna come out. Heater core is right there, and the evaporator is right there. So we've got a lot of work to do, but that's not what this video is about. We're gonna cover all that in the next video. Today, I wanna talk to you about a subscriber's car. He sent me some pictures up through Instagram. I love getting stuff like this from you guys. I don't always respond in the most timely manner, but I love getting pictures and video and stuff from you guys, because whenever you tell me that I inspire you, look, it's like a revolving door. You inspire me. What he did with this car is, to me, simply amazing. He did an excellent job on it, and I'm gonna take you through a little bit of the dialogue, and we're gonna look at this car. This is not gonna be a really long video, guys. I just wanted to show you a few pictures of the car and just talk about it a little bit, because it really hits home with me. And I think you guys will really like what I'm about to show you. And by the way, his Instagram is Marcus350GT. This is the first picture I got. As you can see, the quarter window's taped out on the car, and it was obviously originally red. It's been painted, it looks like, a couple times, and right now it's like a satin black. So I'm like, okay, obviously a project car, that's pretty cool. So the very next picture that he sends, and I guess this is kind of like a teaser, is of the car painted silver. And man, this thing looks good. So sure enough, he starts throwing the pictures in, and there's the car all sanded down. And as you can see right here, this car looks like it's been about 3 different colors: red, black, and possibly a green. So this guy put in some major work. But before we get to the next picture, this is the kicker. He says that he painted this car in the driveway. Now, I don't know by in the driveway if that means garage or driveway or whatever, but the point is, you know, he didn't have a professional paint booth. He painted this car himself. And check this next picture out, guys. Wow, I am not a silver fan necessarily, but this is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. So the first thing that comes to mind for me is the dedication and the passion that had to have went into this. That is not an easy job to do what he did, and the car looks excellent. Then he starts to send me some pictures of the car, you know, through the process, and he's taped this thing out right, guys. He has done this thing right. He painted all the way up into the door seals, and it just looks so good. And as you can see with the back hatch, he's taped everything out, popped it all up, and done this thing right. So I'm just intrigued. Here you can see that the interior is completely stripped out of the car for the most part, and he's killing this. I mean, this looks good, guys. So you know you're in for it whenever you strip everything out like that. And here's just some other pictures of the car. Looks like there was some body damage on the driver's side rear quarter. This is the intriguing part to me. For those of you that don't know, my dad has a Foxbody also, and the sunroof on his car is pretty much rotted out. I mean, it's rusty, and it needs to be replaced and or completely like covered. For the longest time, I've been trying to talk my dad into, let's just take us a roof skin off of a donor car, and we'll cut it out and we'll put it on your car, and we'll weld it all in, make it look good. Well, I'll be damned if he didn't do that here, and I love the fact that he's using what he's got to level everything out and make this right. So I saw where he welded this up, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. I really want to see the roof line of this car to see how it all worked out. And right here, guys, is the roof line of the car after he welded everything in. And look, you can't beat that. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, you can do this shit in your own garage. You can do this in your driveway. You don't have to have a professional shop do it. You don't have to be at a professional shop. Grab a friend or two and get started. What's the worst that could happen? You have to take it somewhere and pay somebody anyway. Right here on the front of the car, you can tell that there was, I mean, he did some extensive sanding on this thing. There was a lot of work that needed to be done, and I'm really surprised at how smooth this thing turned out, because if any of you have ever painted silver, the way the flake lays really can cause some problems. So he obviously did a really good job of sanding, priming, you know, sanding again, maybe sealing the car. This thing turned out great. This is it in the process. You can tell the car was primed and looks like it was blocked out. And here is the final product. This inspires me. You know, although we paint our own cars, this inspires me. This thing is beautiful. And the fact that he got out there and did this himself is really cool. But under the hood, this thing is not stock, guys. Look at this. This car has an on-3 turbo kit. So you know this thing is probably pretty quick too. So I think it's really cool. Here's some interior shots of the car. So last time we saw it, it was just in disarray, right? Check this picture out. This thing looks so good. I'm telling you, man, it inspires me. You guys might not believe this, but it inspires me to see stuff like this done because, you know, a lot of times we get lazy. I get lazy. I don't want to come out and do anything. And then I look at this and I'm like, man, he killed it. Because, you know, there was a lot of weekends. Even hydro dipped some of his own parts. That is so cool. So you got the carbon fiber look here on this stuff. But that is not the only Mustang he has. He also has a black coupe. That is a beautiful car, by the way. This is the other car that got me. I don't know for sure, guys, but I think this is a GT that's got a Cobra body kit on it. I'm not sure if this is an actual Cobra or not. I don't think so, considering what he said. He said, I actually bought a new Edge when I saw your yellow car, still working on converting it over to a Coyote motor. So I assume that it was probably a GT with a body kit on it. At some point, that car is going to have a Coyote in it, and you know he's going to do it. I mean, look at the stuff he's already accomplished. So, yeah, no doubt. But this is where it's at, guys, right here. So he sends me a picture of his two boys, and they absolutely love working on the cars with him. They get out there. They help him on the engines whenever he builds engines and whatnot. This is the proof that you can get out there with your kids. You can get your family involved. It doesn't have to be all you and all your friends all the time. You can get other people involved. We have to be careful, though, also whenever we're out there all the time working on our cars, right? Because a lot of times we neglect our family and we leave them inside, and we're out here working and we're just grinding away, and we think that this is the most important thing at the moment, when in reality it's your family, it's your friends, or it's your job, or it's whatever. It's like we talked about before. But when you can get your kids out there and get them involved, do it, because it works. It works in a bunch of different ways. It really helps you out because it teaches your kids something. They learn how to work on stuff, and you get to spend time with them, and it's just a win-win. So I think this is so cool that his kids want to get involved and help him on this. I just wanted to show you this, guys, for a little bit of motivation. I know most of you are probably tired of hearing and seeing paint stuff, but I have to show you what it is that we're doing at the moment. As you can see, though, we are about to get started on my car, and there's going to be, you know, more tech tips and stuff like that coming here pretty soon. Because of those videos, Marcus and a few others sent me some stuff like this, and I figure why not share it with you guys. I think you could appreciate it. Anyway, guys, like I said, next video is going to be this mess right here. And not only are we changing the heater core, but we are also changing the evaporator, which means that this thing has to come pretty much completely out of the car. We're going to try to get it out here if we can, and we have to cut the top of this box open to get this evaporator out. So this is going to be a little different. I'll go ahead and warn you guys, it's not going to be a step-by-step process to get the dash out, simply because I didn't film it that way, and Foxcast Media has a great video. You can check it out right here about how to get the dash out really quickly. What I am going to focus on is showing you guys how to replace the heater core, how to cut the box and replace the evaporator, and then putting everything back together. That's what we're going to focus on. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, and as always, thanks for watching.